We're going to go to the awards now and make our official predictions on that as well, which is kind of a smooth segue coming off those teams for me. Oh, by the way, National League Award winners last year, Freddie Freeman winning the MVP, Trevor Bauer, the Cy Young, Devin Williams of the Brewers was the Rookie of the Year with a 0.33 ERA, an absurd strikeout per nine ratio as well. So there we go. National League Award winners. Let's start with the MVP. Carlos, who do you have?
MVP of the National League is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. This guy is absolutely electric, dynamic. He just signed a big deal to stay in San Diego, so he has secured his future. He's found a home. Look, I saw this kid play, Dan, when he was just a kid over there. Still a kid, but in Dominican Republic. And I'm like, wait a second, this is absolutely special. I saw his tryouts. I saw him play winter ball. And then it has translated into the biggest level in the world. I mean, he's just a dominant presence.
You saw him as a child then. He's still a kid.
Exactly.
You saw him as a child.
A kid? I saw him as a child.
MVP.
Ronald Acuna Jr. We forget that the Braves had the Dodgers down 3-1. They were in the driver's seat. Might be one of the most complete players in all of baseball. Hits for power, hits for average. He can run the bases. He can defend. He can throw. There isn't anything he can't do, and I think he has a big 2021.
Those are all good picks, and I'm going to go with you. I'm going to stay with the Padres as well. When you look at the hitting, the fielding, and the base running, and the age that the guy is at, Fernando Tatis is, I think, pushing Mike Trout and Mookie Betts to be the best player in all of baseball. Now, have we seen it for 6 months? No, we have not. Well, we've seen it basically for one season spread over 2 years, so we have not. But he's playing. You have all this, a guy slugging 570-something, fellas, at shortstop. It's unheard of. His base running is tremendous. His fielding, he now has much better. His arm is under control. His defensive runs saved went up. His outs above average went up. And we're only seeing this guy. He's still way before his prime. But I think this could be the best player in all of baseball.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the things that I must note is the fact that I actually see him working out, Dan. He lives pretty much next door to me over there in the Dominican Republic, goes out on the beach, and he's out there running and training like an absolute beast. The work ethic is there. The commitment is there. The kid has great makeup, and the talent is obvious.
We're getting inside information here. Look at that. I didn't expect that. I'm glad. I feel better about my pick now. Cy Young Award winner, National League.
I'm going to have to go with Buehler. I mean, the way that he commands his presence on the mound, number one, right? But the way he commands the strike zone, commands his pitches, elevates his fastball, and breaks off the nasty off speed off of the same line. Look, and I think his strategy is going to get better. So the roof is the limit for him. I mean, there's really no limit for Buehler. He's my pick.
Okay, who do you got?
Jacob deGrom. I think he wins his third NL Cy Young Award. He has more parts, Brian, and he can make them work. He has an upper to mid-90s fastball, 95 to 100. He can sink it. He can cut it. Great changeup, good slider, good curveball. He has the best mix of any pitcher in the National League. And think about it. He's not losing a step. Actually, in spring training this year, his velocity was up from the last couple of years. He's going to be a beast.
I'd like to get cute. I'd like to go with some trendy pick or something like that, but I have no reason not to go with Jacob deGrom. DeGrom is, when you actually look at it, look, I think Max Scherzer is still close to the top. Walker Buehler, you're right, he's close to the top. There's a lot of guys close to the top, but there is a separation now, at least in the National League. I think Garrett Cole is close to deGrom, but deGrom, as far as his performance, is so far ahead of everybody else. Again, if you're really looking to pick a winner, I think I would have to go with Jacob deGrom, and I will. All right, Rookie of the Year in the National League.
I'm going to have to go with Hayes, man. I mean, he was just impressive just to watch him play, and he is so dynamic. He can do it all. And look at the whip of the bat when he goes through the zone. So it's going to be exciting to see play in 162 games. Just a flat-out exciting player. And look, he passes the eye test. You just watch him go out there. This guy's a ball player.
He passes the StatCast test as well, because Brian Hayes put up such absurd numbers. For 2 months, you're thinking, all right, that was a great 2 months. You can't possibly extend that. And he's not going to do like a 440 on base and all that. But it seems like he hits the ball hard enough, squares up the ball enough that he is for real. Who's your pick?
Not easy for a pitcher, but I'm going to go with Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves. I thought last year in the months of September, when the Braves rotation was at its worst, he and Max Fried stepped up large. He was terrific in the postseason, and I think he's going to be better in 2021. Ian Anderson takes that jump. He's going to win the NL Rookie of the Year.
I was very close on. I'm going I'm going Cabrian Hayes and then Ian Anderson. I was very close. His strikeouts, he misses bats, he's outstanding. But Cabrian Hayes, what he did last year with his on base and his slugging and his barrel percentage, the way he smokes the ball, and by the way, a very good fielder. He's kind of lost in the sauce a little bit in that, look, you know, he's playing for Pittsburgh, and he's also playing third base, and this is a golden age of third baseman. We do top 10 right now, or off-season series. It's never been deeper, I think, at any position than third base right now. But he is, like, not far away from being one of the best players in baseball. So I think he can be a great player. You're big on him, too, I'm sure, right?
I think he's got the bloodline. His dad, Charlie, I played with the Pirates. Remember the famous out, catching the last out of the World Series for the Yankees. He's been a good player all the way up through. He hasn't hit until recently. I think that's the one thing we were all waiting to see, this big bat, but I think you're going to start to see that.